Welcome back, everyone, to Poppin' Often with Lofton. Today, we're looking at Warlord, siegharts' third job. One of my favorite jobs in the whole entire game. One of the jobs that I actually got, I think, rank 1 with them, monthly and weekly. I really did love this job. It was awesome. And I can't wait to share my experience with you guys. Remember, if you guys want to see more, subscribe for the ride. That way you're notified when I make a guide. Oh, I like that. Also, if you guys want to see regular streams, as I said before, once we reach our Patreon goal, we'll be having regular streams scheduled almost every single day. We'll have a set time for streams to happen. That way, when you want to come in and join, you can. So we'll start with the basics, and then we'll go into tips and tricks, and then we'll go into his abilities, okay? So, combo, Z, 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 per usual. Then you have Z, down, Z. Makes him do that little dash thing. He has to have rage for it though. Then next up you have Z down. He goes into like a little stance. He can go back and forth. If you press Z, he will heavy smash. If you press Z multiple times, he'll do that. If you're in rage, you can do it for however long you want to do it in rage. The other stuff pretty much is showing you the same thing that the one at the top is showing you. I just don't know why they added a combo in. I don't really know what they were doing with that. Next we have the dash ZZ. We have the jump attack. It actually goes into 2 parts, as you see. So you want to time if you want to do 2, so you don't knock them down. If you don't want to knock them down, then just do 1. That way you can, stun them up. And if you do the other half, you'll just knock them down, as you see here. So really up to what you want to do. Next you have jump down Z. They're just letting you know that you can drop really fast if you wanted to. That's all. So the thing about Duelist is that it's a pretty cut and dry class. He's a pretty balanced class at that. Not many people actually play him either, but it's a really cool class. One of the tips I could teach you guys is, I call it the helicopter, but I've named random things. I don't know what they're called. So how you do the quote unquote helicopter is you press down, then you press up Z, and you'll pop yourself back on the platform like that. Okay. If you can do that repeatedly, you're able to pretty much cut off a whole platform because you can move and do it like that. So a very good tip for you guys to learn if you guys want to play some Duelist. Most of the time you're probably not going to use your heavy smash, but what you can do is use your down to get to the ground faster, like that. So keep that in mind as well when you're doing that. And if you do it from a higher platform, he actually doesn't go into stance, he just drops. If you do it from if you do it from close to the ground, he'll drop and he'll stance up. So keep that in mind as well. So like I said, it's a very cut and dry class. It's nothing that is overpowered. There's nothing that's underpowered. It's just pretty balanced. A lot of the times that you're going to be playing them, you're going to be setting up for grabs. Kind of like Warlord, except he doesn't have a lot of grab setups. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to pretty much play it like you would play Gladiator. You're looking to flash step for grabs. You cannot really play this class unless you're going to flash step, because I think that I said he's not underpowered, but I think he is underpowered if you don't utilize flash step, because a lot of what he does, you definitely need to be able to get in and get out as fast as possible. And if you're just dashing around and running around, you're not going to get a lot out of this class. You have to step. You have to step. I emphasize it 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to step if you're going to play this class. If you don't step, you're going to hate yourself. I'm just saying. You have to learn to step. We can start with shadow step. That's fine, I guess. But you're going to have to learn how to do one of the two. Okay? And if you guys don't know how to, I do have a video on how to flash step and shadow step on my channel. Another thing you want to learn when you are going to be doing your flash step is like a backward slash. So you pretty much step like that. And you just turn around and you look for a slash like that. Something that you really want to get used to is doing that while you're actually skilling. I flash and I turn kind of like this. And I do a skill like that. They're chasing me, I flash, I turn around, and I get them. Especially if you can set up with the auto attack first, or with the Z first. So if you can set up with that. So let's just say I flashed and turned around backwards, and I hit you like that. I'm setting up. Easy. When you are playing them, you want to utilize your rage a little bit more. We didn't need to do it that much with Warlord, and you didn't do it that much with, with Glad, but you want to do it a lot more with Duelist, because his abilities change pretty drastically when you start using your rage form. So you want to get used to that. Also, having that movement speed with the rage is very important too, because it allows you to get around the map as fast as possible. Duelist is one of those classes you need to be moving, because everything is so much faster than you with so much ease. Okay? So if you're going to play them, that's what you want to be thinking about. I want to be fast. I want to be mobile. I want to make sure that I'm going for grabs. I want to make sure that I'm going for hits. I'm making sure that I'm in and out. Otherwise, you're not going to have a good time. Okay? You're basically playing for speed when you're playing this class. Somewhat kind of like Zero. So learn the shadow step, learn the flash step, and you'll be all right. You're looking to sneak in those grabs. You're looking to sneak in those attacks every now and then if you can. Little combos, and then we get out. Because you don't really have much of an ability to set up for air grabs. You don't really have much of abilities to really do anything. Because everything knocks them down. Like, even your jump attack knocks them down. So, I mean, that's kind of what they made this class. So, really get used to that, okay? You're used to getting in, getting out, getting little taps, running away, getting grabs when you can sneak them in, getting abilities when you can sneak them in, but you're not really looking to set up for air grabs and stuff like that because you don't really have much to offer yourself to do so. Even with that move right there, look what it does. It like knocks them back. See? The only way you can do something with a grab like that is if you like do that and then they fall off and then you go for a grab. Like that's kind of the only way that you can get something like that. But once again, you don't have a lot of air grab set up. You cannot play it like that. I can't emphasize that enough. Now let's talk about the abilities. So we have his first bar. We have his second bar. And then, of course, this is one of my favorite abilities too. Then we have his third bar. Boom! Which also sets into an air grab as well. Like I said, utilize that rage, utilize that movement speed. The rage gives you bonus damage on all your attacks, I believe. Yeah, it does. Bonus damage on all your attacks. And like I said, I usually use it to move around and get grabs because you get bonus damage on grabs. But yeah, you also get bonus damage on your attacks and abilities. But very, very crucial you learn to do that, okay? So, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As I said, if you guys want to have regular scheduled streams almost every single day where you guys can come in, pop in, and see what's going on. Once we reach our goal on Patreon, that's when we will start having them. Until next time, you know what I always say, thank you for what? Popping often, but often.